Okay, here we go. I know everybody. Here we go again. Now, watch this. A young man goes and kills one of his classmates. And I'm going off the two videos I just made. The father said, I got to clean this mess up. Let me interpret that for you. He's going to do the best he can to get his son off. But it's going to be hard. He's going to spend between $20,000 and $30,000 for his son's defense in his son's murder case. Now, the son didn't think about none of that. Father working hard. You heard him say, I work hard to get you out of the hood to the suburbs, and you still want to be a gangster. Can't help it. He can't help it. So now you done shot a guy because he said something bad about your family. You couldn't let it go. You got to show you're a gangster. You got to show that you hard. You got to let everybody know you don't talk about me or anybody in my family, or I will kill you. Okay, cool. So he did it. And his father, oh man, man, it's hard to fight a father like that. I'm just saying, I know the man had some choice words, but the choice words was true. It just is. Now, I mean, look, you have to understand something. Blacks are killing one another on an enormous level. Somebody just killed their mother. The guy was about, I don't know, maybe 30-something years old. Well, black guy, you know that. He killed his mother. He's locked up. They're killing mothers like crazy. They're killing girlfriends like ain't got nothing else, like there's nothing else to do. Women are being killed, slaughtered daily. Young men being killed daily. Infants, unborns being killed daily. Satan loved him some black young people. Then you got people going on cruises, tearing the ship up. Then you got people going in, what they call them YN, young people, Chicago, going downtown and other cities, tearing up malls. We know who's doing it, but you're not allowed to say it's the young blacks because it's not politically correct. And we don't want to harm nobody's feelings. So when the white people get home, they talk about it big time. Believe me, when the whites are in their homes, they know what's going on. They know that a lot of blacks are uncouth, ratchet, black fatigue. It's just horrible. Now you got some white people that's crazy too. But us, we're off the rails now. And it's getting to the point where something has to be done. I don't know what God's going to do about this. Something has to be done. See, Chicago picked a mayor, the female mayor. She was a mess. They couldn't wait to get rid of her. Then they turned back around and got one worse, a man, giving all the money that belongs to the Chicagoans to the illegals. He want to make sure that all the illegals have free housing, but you got to pay high rent. Wow, man, that's crazy. Okay, look, anyway. The father's getting ready, this young man that shot this classmate of his. He threw away his life. His father now has to pay between $20,000 and $30,000 to try to get him off or get a lesser sentence. It's not going to work. You better off getting a point corner lawyer, because I'm going to tell you right now, he admitted to killing the guy 5, 6, 7 times. He admitted, all on camera. He admitted in front of the cops. He didn't mean to do it. You know how that goes. I got the can't help it. I made a mistake. You shoot someone, it's not a mistake. It's on purpose. You made it in your mind you're going to kill somebody or hurt somebody or maim someone. A man, just a young man, a white guy, laid his wife down, or girlfriend, wherever she was, and to keep the baby from being born alive, he kept punching the stomach so the baby would die, and the baby died. This is madness. Mother's Day ain't what it used to be no more. These young boys are killing mothers every day now. So Mother's Day come around, it ain't like it used to be. Y'all lost that luster. That luster's gone. Father's Day, bang gone. But Mother's Day now is going down the tank. It's going down the tank. It's leaving. Look, let's be frank. Let's be frank. Men no longer fear God. We both know that. There was a boy in prison. He was a white guy. They called him Boy George. Now, you know, Boy George in the past was LGBTQ. He's still living. Well, I'm correct. But he's a lot older now. So, but they had a guy in prison named Boy George. He was a sex goddess, if you will. The guys loved it. People was lining up to have a good time with him. They had lines long. And guess what happened? The whole time, Boy George had AIDS. You didn't tell nobody. They didn't find out till it was too late. When they found out, they told everybody, anybody that had sex with Boy George, come to the infirmary. I said, oh my goodness, these guys, man. A lot of guys caught AIDS. They had to ship him out because they were going to kill him. So he had to leave that particular prison. My goodness, man. When your sin pays. Families are no longer introducing Christ, for the most part, in the families no more. When we were young, we had Bible study at home. I used to hate it because my mother would call us right in the middle of a baseball game or a kickball game. You know, back in the day, we did that kind of stuff. We playing kickball, having fun. And she'll wait right to the middle of the game and call us inside the house to have prayer Bible study. I used to hate it. But once we got into it, it was fun. Every day now, she didn't miss. Except Saturday. Saturday was laundry day. And we had one of them old washing machines that, you know, it had the rolling pins. And man, that's old school. So now, again, back to the father, you see how pissed he is. He's pretty upset about what his son did. Because he said, you think that's gangster. It's not gangster. He tried to get the son to use his head. And the son wouldn't tell the father what's going on. He told his mother. This is a kick in the head. He told his mother what was going on, but he didn't tell his father. And he asked him, why did you tell me? Because he knew if he told his father, he'd have took action and had stopped. But the mother was more, you know, kind of like going on with it. I understand you mad, you know, just be careful. You know, woman thing. But the father going like, you should have came to me. You've never been sitting in that chair right there. Now I got to spend all this money I saved up for clothing, Christmas, car notes. Now I got, he said he worked hard. He works current. He works hard and got you out the ghetto. So this wouldn't happen. But you had to be the only gangster in school. You want to keep up that, him and his brother want to keep up that that lifestyle, because they come from that lifestyle. They enjoyed that lifestyle, the power, the fame, the rap songs, the dope. They wanted to keep that up. And he thought he was doing something, his father thought he was doing something great by getting him out of that environment. They took that environment with them and played out in school and out of school. And now the father's saying, now that you killed that boy, who gonna come here and shoot our house up now? See, when kids bring death to your house, that's just bad. It's horrible. Like this shooting a couple of days ago, you remember that, where somebody shot the house up with, I think it was 80-something bullets, and it ended up shooting a sleeping child. He died in his sleep. I think it was 6 years old. He was asleep. He died in his sleep because he got shot in the head. The bullet hit him in the head. He died. And they were trying to say, well, we don't want to talk about it. When the news came to the yard and say what happened to your son. And they don't want to say the reason why that boy got shot in his head because their son is in a gang. And when you're in a gang and you start fighting your rivals, they find out where you live at, they come to kill everybody. Again. Young men, especially young black men, are not afraid of God. They're not afraid of God, and they honor Satan. So when they die, I don't want to hear about he was a good boy. He was a good boy. No, he was not a good boy. He was killing people, stealing and robbing, jacking cars. Then when he died the wrong way, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You live by the gun, you die by the gun. Then when they died, the mother's the first one saying, he's a good boy. He just couldn't find his way around. No, see. He's in heaven looking out. No, he's not in heaven. Got to understand, you murder and rob and steal and die in the process, you don't get to go to heaven. Stop putting these young people in heaven and acting a fool. Stop doing that. And you're going to end up going back at him. It's bad. So, it's bad. It's just bad. I want to say, it's bad. So, now you got to pray before you leave the house. In case you're struck down, carjacked, robbed, stabbed, shot. Because that's what the young men's doing now. They're looking for victims. I remember a girl hit a 80-something-year-old man at a bus stop to show off for the boys. And the girl was kind of big, and she was masculine. She hit the old guy, knocked him out, and she got arrested. Anything to get fame, anything to get likes, fame. So I know it's not popular, and I know no one's going to support me in this. I know that. Black people are going to be the ones going to fuss me out, say, you prejudice, you prejudice against blacks. What? I'm just telling you the God awful truth. And people don't want to tell the truth no more because it offends people. It hurts people's feelings. So best thing you can do is just lie. Say, it's going to be all right. No, it's not. Not at this rate. That's why I say, when you when a young man go to prison, see, at one time, if you go to prison, and let's say you decide to become a Christian, guys used to, back in the 70s and before, people wouldn't touch you because they fear God might do something to them. That's the way it went. Now, no more. If you stand up for Jesus Christ and you're in prison, now you got problems because they ain't scared of God. But now, if you're Muslim, you're cool. Because see, the difference between Christians and Muslims is Christians are nonviolent as much as they can be. But Muslims, you mess with them in prison, they'll cut some things off and put them in your mouth. They'll cut your head completely off. And they're strict. They're very strict. Ramadan, they got it going on. and they stick together. I mean, they stick together and tight. You know, Christians do too, because you got to understand, Christians had Jesus Christ for their Savior, and now no one's afraid of Jesus Christ no more. So they're more easily attacked than not. Just the way it is. It is the way it is now. Last week in Africa, there was 10, 15, 20 Christians that was praying in Africa, in certain parts of Africa, and a tribe, a certain tribe came that was Muslim, and they shot them all down, just mowed them down. Let them know, are you Christians? Yes, I am. Boom, shot them all down. This is happening technically all over the world, where Christians are catching hell back to back. Now, if you're Muslim, you straight. Gandhi, you straight. Buddha, you're good shape. Bow Wow, good shape. Satan, you're in good shape. Christians, you're in bad shape, because no one respects God no more, and people are tired of the Bible. Even Christians now are tired of the Bible. So we just got to bat our way around. But we got to be holding on to see what God's going to do. And if for any reason you have to leave here before your time, be sure to know where you're going, because you can know where you're going. People tell me, you don't know where you're going when you die. The Bible didn't say that. The Bible said if you're a Christian, you follow Christ, and you do what he says do, you obey him, upon your death, whether it be accidental or on purpose, or God decide to take you up beforehand. No, if you die, you're going to be with the Lord. If you are under 12 years old, you die for any reason, you're going to be with the Lord. But once you become the age of accountability, what I understand in the Bible is 12. You understand it right from wrong. You got to make your mind up what you want. You know, kids are smarter now. My wife, 9-year-old girl, had a baby. She got pregnant at 11 years old, had a baby at 12. So yeah, they're I don't know what they're putting in the food, but they're getting bigger, younger. You go to grade school, you look like teenagers. Oh my goodness. So it is what it is. And that's all I have to say right now. See you guys later. I'm just going to tell the truth. I'm not going to get a dime for it. I already know people hate it when you tell the truth. But I made God a promise that I was going to tell the truth, whether I like it or not. I'm going to make sure that I please God. And I know I won't get I haven't got a dime yet from nobody. I know that. But that's not going to stop me from telling the truth about the Word of God. You know, I don't get anything for it. And I did ask, but people they just don't want it. I rub people the wrong way. You know, why don't you just tell us what we want to hear, and we'll like you. If you tickle our ears, we'll give you whatever we want to give you. But you sit up here and speaking the Bible's truth, that's not good for us. It makes us feel uncomfortable. But it is what it is. I'm going to do what God told me to do. If I don't get a dime for it, I just don't. With that, see you guys next time.